So
we have a challenge.
Madzilla, chilling out. Let me just ask you, because you have a bunch of tattoos. Do you remember your first tattoo?
Yes, I do.
What?
I was 13.
What? Is that allowed?
No, definitely not.
That's.
But you know, it's just not very, very cute. I'll probably get it removed. Actually,
You still have it?
little cherry skulls right there. You know what I'm saying? Shh, don't tell anyone.
Cherry?
Skulls.
Cherry skulls.
Pretty
I feel
lame.
like the cherry
It's like
theme
the
is-
lamest thing you can pick out on the tattoo thing when you go to pick a tattoo. You know, it's like, all right, I want that.
Let's
do
get
it.
that.
Let's
And
do it.
You found someone
And
who
I was
was
like,
it
hey,
that-
mom, check this out. And she was like, oh, all right.
Wait, who was it that? Was it like a family member that gave you a tattoo or a friend?
No, it was like a friend, Ratchet in Arizona, like some ratchet ass shit.
Was it like an at-home job or you went to the studio?
No, it was actually at a tattoo shop.
Like they let a 13-year-old come in and get tattooed?
Yeah, but I was like mature for my age, you know? I was
What?
like hanging out with older people. No, that person probably definitely shouldn't have done it. I also got my nipples pierced and a few other things.
At 13?
Yeah, I had some more tattoos too.
Wait, you had
I
your
was
nipples
just,
pierced at 13?
Let's not talk. Let's cut that out.
Whoa.
Don't tell anyone about
No,
it.
that's just like crazy. That's like lifestyle. Because at 13,
It was.
I was
It was
like
a
a little punk ass
it was kind of a
delicate
stupid
Jew from the
decision.
valley, and you're out here getting like tattoos and piercings.
Yeah.
So you matured fast.
Yeah, you know, moved out when I was 13 too. So
What?
that kind of like was probably a big reason why.
Yeah, because I mean there was a some controversy on the social media a little earlier.
Oh, was it?
A little earlier this month about this because I mean you know you see it all the time, especially with social media. It's very easy to find photographers and get pictures taken and go and think people are photographers. But you made a little stance saying that people should be more aware about the situations they're getting into and not
Yes.
blame people for their actions for putting them in certain situations. Because there was I guess a model, because you do a lot of you take a lot of pictures.
Yeah, right.
You do
Yeah.
a lot of photography, and there was an incident where some lady tried to come to you and claim that a photographer raped her while she was doing her photo shoot.
Right.
And you're like, look, you put yourself in a stupid situation.
Well, I didn't really say it like that. I had a whole conversation with her. It was like one of those things where I like randomly checked my DMs, and then this girl, she sent me this like long message, and it was just like kind of thirsty to me. It wasn't like authentic. She was like asking me to like help her pitch in for like a GoFundMe. So I started asking her some questions, like she wanted me to post it on my page and everything. So
If I'm going to support your cause, I need to know the whole story.
right. And the photographer, I actually know the photographer. So I hit him up and I was like, yo, is this stuff true? You know, this girl's saying this stuff about you. And he's like, oh, she's crazy. She used to live with me. We used to date for a while. She was like obsessed with me and she's trying to just like rip people off. So when I heard that side of the story, I was like, damn, that's crazy. She really has everyone out here. Well, I don't really care or believe either side.
Right.
But the whole point was, I decided to post something on Instagram just as like a message I've been kind of wanting to say for a while. It's like, okay, women need to understand, like if you're going to go, and she shot with him, this is what she told me in the DM. I'm not going to say her name, obviously.
No,
Who
you don't.
cares,
No, of
but
course. I know the DMs
she-
get crazy too. I
right.
barely check mine anymore. It just
She
gets out of
said-
control.
She said he was shooting a close-up picture of my vagina, and this is her ex-boyfriend, by the way. He was shooting a close-up picture of my vagina, and he dropped his camera and then raped me. Right? His story was completely different. So all I posted on Instagram
Whoa.
was like, look, ladies, if you are going to shoot with any photographer butt-ass naked and you're going to be by yourself, you should at least either bring a friend or bring protection, because you never know what's going to happen. So that kind of caused a little controversy.
yeah.
Everyone's saying like,
A lot of people are sensitive now on
yeah, they're a
social
little
media.
sensitive, but I was like, you know, it has to be said. Like, women need to know, like, okay, it sucks that it has to happen to some people. Like, you
Yeah,
know.
I mean, it happens.
Like, I've been there before,
everywhere.
too, and that's what I was trying to say. Like, when I was younger, I got raped, too. It's not cool. But as a woman growing up in the streets and growing up around photographers, like, you got to have a certain energy when you walk in the room. You can't have an energy like, oh, you know, I'm fucking this and this. You got to hold it down, you know?
Now, this is real shit right here.
Shit. Hold it down. Fucking bring a friend with you. Like, that's the most important thing. Like, I never go, when I would shoot in Plied or whatever, I'd always bring somebody with me.
Yeah, 100%.
Because
Unless you
you
like
don't
know
know
the
these-
photographer like
Yeah.
personally.
And
you
you
have
know
a-
what? It's sad, even though some girls do know them, and that still happens. That's very unfortunate. But if you have a fucking taser on you, it's not, or some shit, a fucking gun or whatever, it's less likely to happen. So
There's
that
some-
was just my point.
Yeah, there are some weirdos out there. I get hit up sometimes, you know, some random people just want to like hang out and get high and sesh, and you're just like, yo, bro, like, I don't really know like who you are. You're giving me your address. You're sending me like, yo, let's meet at a
chill.
social spot. well, fucking, if we vibe
No,
out, then
she
we
ended
kick
up
it.
calling me a cunt and everything
Whoa.
just because I asked her some
Whoa.
questions. I was like, whoa. Like, you kind of like got me like, yo, bitch, like, just chill out.
Relax.
You
That's
know?
crazy.
But hey,
We need
it
to
is
get
what it
high.
is.
We need to get
We
high.
need to get high, man.
Let's
I
smoke
didn't
one.
even think you were gonna bring that up. But
I
it's
didn't
all
either,
good.
but you know, we hear it's real life shit. That's what it is. I just had to. It has to be said though. People.
It
you know,
does. It does.
And
you
I know some people when they see social media, they can't really read the connotation like where you're coming from because they read it in their own
Right.
tone. So you could say something like "you good," but you could take that. So it's like
Exactly.
"you good" or "you good."
And
or,
I don't like
you
to
good?
I don't like to get into anything. I don't get into politics. I don't get into a lot of
Yeah.
like controversial shit on my Instagram because it's like
Politics and
it's just
religion.
too much. No, not
Well,
going to talk about it.
If you want to
Not
keep
right now.
friends, if you want to keep friends or family, just don't bring up politics and religion.